Hey everybody, welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica, and today we're talking about why can't I get people to hire me? I mean, do you just want sometimes for people to be like, hire me, damn it. Just hire me. Why won't someone just hire me? What am I doing wrong? I tell you like a quick story when I told this story about how I had gone through a period of time where I wasn't getting any work and I was very frustrated, and I laid down in my living room and I told myself, I'm not going to leave until I figure out what I need to do in order to make this business work. Well, part of that I remember was looking at how or what people were actually buying in relation to what I was putting out there. So basically, I started to look around at men who were being hired to do voiceover work and what they were actually putting out via their demos, any work that they had done that was being posted, to actually what did it sound like? Like, what did their voices sound like? What was the delivery like? What were people expecting us to sound like so that they felt they could hire us? And what I found was what I was putting out was not what people were getting hired for, at least men my age. Okay. What I was putting out was a lot more at the time, higher pitched, upbeat type of voiceovers. And that's not what I was, like I said, men my age were being hired for. And they were being hired for lower pitched work, a little bit slower, a little sounding like we have a little bit more wisdom behind the voice, a little bit more gritty, little more of that grovel. And that's not what I was doing. I was doing voiceovers like this. That's what I was at the time, because I didn't know any better. I mean, I didn't know, and that's not necessarily a bad delivery style for a specific type of voiceover. But I just noticed that the bulk of what I saw people being hired for was not that. And that's the breadth of work that I had available. And I started to put two and two together that I needed to make some sort of change. I needed to create something that I felt matched what other people were putting out. Now, this is important. When I always say that acting, voice acting, any type of performance, okay, when it comes to acting, is imitation. We are imitating life, okay, and I call it heightened life. We're imitating heightened life. When we're voice actors, we do it often in a commercial sense, but there's so many other styles of voiceovers that's not necessarily commercial, but a lot of it is in a commercial way. But we're imitating heightened life. We're not impersonating, we're imitating. We're imitating cadences, styles, feelings, emotions, because we're not going through that at that particular moment. So we have to imitate it. We have to pretend. And what I found is that I was not putting out what I was hearing these men putting out. I was not putting that out. I was not offering that, and the market was telling me that they weren't interested in what I was putting out in mass. You know what I mean? I got a one-off job here or there, but it had to do with the mass effect of it. So I changed what I was doing and started to look at how could I make, how could I imitate the pitch, the tone, the styles that I heard more and more of men being hired to do voiceovers. And I went ahead and put a new demo together with that imitation. And I'm telling you, it changed my business. It's funny because that one demo I put together There's a couple of spots on that demo, and this was back in the end of 2018, right? From my story. I have not changed it since. It is 2023, right? We're in September 7th, because those spots have gotten me, that first spot on my demo has gotten me more work. It has made more financial growth than any single voiceover demo I've ever done. One, 12 seconds. I think it's actually 10 seconds. I don't even know how long it is. But, and it was all based on an improvisation that I put together, okay, of all of the information, all of what I heard. And I closed my eyes. I pictured myself standing on a front porch with a cup of coffee and a Ford truck driving off in the distance. And I just came up with this voiceover. I just improvised it. And that one spot has gotten me more work. It's been, people talk more about it than anything else. And I've not changed it in over 5 years because it has ceased. It has not ceased to stop work. Like, it continues to work today, to this day. And and voiceover, another job I got today, people say, hey, we like that spot. I mean, it is a relatable, and I got that from seeing what other people were being hired for. Also, the psychological part of your demo. So I think this is another thing that we don't often talk about at all. I think, as whether you're voice acting, you're a coach, but there's also the psychological part to your demo, or the. It's interesting because in your demo you have you're acting the words that you're saying. You've got the production of the demo, but then it's also, what is it that you're saying? Okay, meaning, like, are you doing ads or products or commercials in your demo that are based on what the product is? Or are you doing spots that are based on why you should buy the product? The why. I mean, I'm a big fan of Simon Sinek. Start with why. If you haven't seen that, it's like the #1 watched TED Talk of all time, I think. And, it just spawned this whole thing about, why do we buy? We buy things because why, we first buy why, not because of what or how, but we buy why, why a company does what it does. That matters to us, right? We buy with emotion, and then the rest of it reinforces that. But when you're putting your demo together, we often don't think of that. We're just putting a script, like we grab scripts and don't often think of the importance of the words in the script, the importance of what that, does it move somebody when they listen to it? The words, do the words move them? Do you know what I'm saying? That's really important. So all of those things changed my voiceover experience, the trajectory of my business. I mean, it changed so much, and I told this, right? I went from $20,000 in 1 year to over $100,000 in the next year because of that. I mean, literally because of that one demo, because of that one change. You can make that too, but you've got to really dive into what is it? Why are you, like, when your spots that you create, is it moving people? Are those voiceovers inspiring people? And it's interesting because, remember, they're just listening to a demo, but the demo needs to be inspiring too. Are they inspired to work with you? Okay. Or, you know what I mean? Or is it just, they sound, like you sound good, like a whole bunch of other people, but is it inspiring? And that's where the artistic part comes in too. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of share some of this stuff with you, because I think in the end, I've been working with more and more people recently who have been doing everything they should be doing when it comes to marketing, putting themselves out there, getting everywhere, but yet they're not getting business, and they can't figure out what it is. And it could be that, and it could be this. But the reality is, if you're putting yourself out there and people are seeing you and they're not hiring you, that's because they're not connecting with what you are putting out. So logically, that means you've got to change what you are putting out. Okay, that's how my mind worked back in 2018, and that's what I changed, and changed my life. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, please check out Avio's Journey Elite Academy. We've got a link below, 50% off the first month. Give us a shot. You know, we had an amazing class last night. I think we had almost 40 people in our class that I was teaching, going over this very thing, and I was able to review like 25 demos in class of the different people there, and talk about what they could do, what I liked, what they could do better to get more work, what platforms they were on, how they could utilize it more. Just really great stuff. Check us out. I think you're really going to love not only the live classes, but our amazing community and the camaraderie. It's just such a wonderful place. And also, don't forget Avio's Journey Elite Conference 2023. There'll be a link below to check that out. That's in October 13th through the 15th. It's unbelievable. Virtual conference, 3-day event. You can do it from anywhere, from your home, from a computer, a laptop, your phone. Just really awesome. Check that out. So thank you guys so much for watching. You have a wonderful rest of your week. Goodbye.